Hi, this is Cecilia from Tarot by Cecilia, and this is your weekly tarot guidance for the week of June the 6th through the 12th of 2016. Now, I'm thinking some people, after everything else that's been going on, are going to say, Cecilia, there's not much going on this week. But I beg to differ. First of all, over the weekend, last week, we had that new moon in Gemini. That was a powerful new moon, wasn't it? It's probably left you scratching your head because there was a mutable grand, I can't even talk, a mutable grand cross. And, there's a lot of change coming. And I see it here in the cards. I have the cards in front of me for this week. And so let's talk about what is happening this week and why I think it's really, really significant. This is an important week that you've been waiting for such a long time. Now, sometime during the day, wherever you are, on the 7th, Mercury is going to leave shadow. So by the time you get to the 8th, you're all clear. That's the day I've been waiting for. I just don't want any remains of that around. And even better than that, and I think you're going to see things just really start to pick up that you've been trying to get going. On the 12th, Mercury enters Gemini. You have to remember that Taurus energy is so much slower. It's just a slow-moving energy, and Mercury's not comfortable there. But when it gets back into chatty Gemini, the conversations will pick up, things will change, and you're just going to see developments that happen rapidly. So let's see what we have here. Now, this week, you're focusing on your vision, okay? Your vision that's for your change. And what is that change that you seek? Well, many of us have set goals for ourselves. We're not even sure at this point if those goals are attainable because the universe hasn't totally revealed whether or not we're headed in the right direction. It's kind of an iffy feeling with the goals. Like, I think I want to do this, and I think I would like for it to happen this way. But for many, I really think that it's going to turn out better than you planned. How like, oh, wow, I hadn't thought of that. That's a great idea. It'll come to you later. But all about goals, choices, changes. And what do you want to create? Yes, absolutely. There is a caution here not to have your focus for your changes to be just one big fantasy, okay? Some people may be out there still hoping for something that truly isn't realistic. Keep it real, all right? But if you have some great ideas, the time is coming to get going with them. Once you get to the 8th, really start moving. I mean, we have been talking about waiting until Mars goes direct for many things and launching new projects. But to start talking to trusted sources and people, I think when the 8th arrives, you can really start putting some things into place that you've been hoping to do. But your creativity is totally, totally at play here this week. Now, also what I like is that, some of the recent cards have kind of shown that you've come through the storm. And people have even responded to that. By the way, one day, Facebook didn't approve my boosted post because of the image. And I actually thought the image was comical, but who knows? Anyway, the thing of it is that you're maintaining a better sense of calm, which is really good for you, okay? Where you can keep your emotions more balanced. I think that you start to see a little bit better what it is that you need to do. And I'll tell you, if you're holding on too tight, all right, and you're in a rut and you're sitting there going, I don't know what to do, but I don't like the way things are, the universe is going to, light that stick of dynamite to give you the boost that you need to get you going. Something is going to happen, all right? It's either going to help you firmly close a door that should have been closed a long time ago, or it's going to turn you in the direction of one that's opening and give you a shove in the proper direction, okay? So, lots of things happening this week. This is interesting. Many of you may experience what feels like a stroke of good luck. Is it winning the lottery? Wow. For some of you, it could be. There are some indicators here. I really, really like this. And if it's not feeling rich with money, you're going to feel rich with something like truly blessed. So this is an awesome week for one that okay, we're finally getting away from Mercury. There's more to it than that. I kind of feel like this is the prelude, This is the first full week in June. And it's like, here we go. We've talked about June forever. So really working on those cycles and getting some motion going. This week, things start moving. And it's amazing because, I grew up without all of that. Many of you out there grew up, all we ever had was the newspaper, and I never even liked the newspaper. And it had these little faces, and you picked the little words. You got like 5 words for your horoscope sign each day. And you got like a smiley face or a sad face and that was it. Boy, that's what you had to go on for the whole day. And there wasn't the internet and there wasn't all of this wonderful information that's available to us now. So I'm thinking this is really cool. We can all be well informed and understand what's happening and finally associate things like Mercury retrograde with the events that take place in our lives. And sometimes you go along and you're beating your head against the wall and you're wondering, now, why did that happen? Now we have an explanation, okay? And when you learn how to kind of go with that, things really do tend to improve. And the scenarios are not quite so drastic. So, positivity. More so than positivity. I'm telling you, this week, and I'm like getting the chills as I start to say it. It's like you're going to feel truly blessed. If you were thinking once in a while that, you kind of lacked faith in the universe and what was going to happen, and I'm just tired of fighting for all of it. Wow. That faith is being renewed. Okay? Being renewed. I'm telling you, there's something, it's like abundance coming from the sky. There is something happening. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Part of it is this new moon energy that's here, okay? And like I said, it was a powerful new moon, and it's bringing in some change. This is much needed change. New beginnings. Exciting new beginnings. Is it like putting you where you want to be? I think it's getting you moving in that direction. Like finally some things are happening. Some of you have been waiting for certain things to take place. And it's not that you weren't trying to get them done. It could have involved the legal system or something where papers needed to be filed. So finally you're making some progress. Maybe waiting on news for a job. Different things. So, the ones who feel blessed, in the financial department, it could be that new job or that promotion finally comes through. Awesome time to take the job. Go for it. Absolutely go for it. Okay? Now, oh, wow. Time for happiness. But, yeah. The stressful things, they're starting to go away bit by bit. And what you need to do here is stop worrying as much. This comes in with the faith part, okay? I know that's sometimes difficult, but you can learn to count your blessings instead of the negative things. Look at the things that you've escaped. There are things in your life that you may have wished to do that now you'll never be able to do. But I think you're going to find new things and make new plans. This is interesting. It's an interesting turn of events, okay? Because what it's showing me here is that you're starting to weigh, the difference between the past and the present and where you're headed. And realizing that you are heading somewhere very, very soon, okay? It's amazing, when you find out that, like, the roadblocks and things that come up, and they kind of detour you. You're being guided, all right? You kept wanting to go over here, and you wind up over there. You've survived all of that, All right, remember that you've survived all that. There's been a lot of determination to create changes. There aren't as many of you out there anymore at the moment who are so stuck in a rut that you're not willing to move forward. All right, and truly you can start to see how, you know, working on all of these things, you know, not as much taking care of the details as just tending to matters, you know, like when the time is right, you'll be able to receive your rewards. And I'm telling you, when the 12th comes, when Mercury heads back into Gemini, it just picks up. All right. And I think you're going to get some awesome news. I'm going to put down some more cards as I'm talking here, because there are some really significant, powerful, wonderful cards here for this week. And I think that the energy is so going to shift. Oh my goodness. You know, there's so much positive that's going on that anything that has a hint of negative, you know, forget about it. All right? Because truly your stress levels are going to change. They're going to change. There's success that's coming your way. For some of you, there is the possibility of love. We've talked about that. The timing is changing on things. All right? You may meet someone. Now, the thing I caution everyone against is hurrying. If you have not completed all of the things that you're trying to clear up, that's where some of you are messing up. The ones who, you know, want to repeatedly go on Match.com and keep going on dates even though they haven't finished the divorce, things of that nature. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against you going on a date, but it's almost like when it keeps not working out, the universe is trying to tell you, hold up here, finish up this part, because when you get done here, we're going to put you here, and we're going to send you off in a new direction that you've never experienced before. And that is what's coming. And, you know, I have said for the longest time now, the solstice, the solstice, the solstice. Yeah, we'll talk about it more next week. I don't think it falls in next week's forecast, but we're still going to be talking about it because it's going to be awfully close. You'll be seeing the things that are happening. So that by the time we get to Sunday, the 12th, with Mercury entering Gemini, and things start picking up, that next week is going to be a very busy week for you, okay? Many of you are part of what you're creating are new commitments, all right? The first commitment needs to be to yourself, all right? Having that, I want to call it an inner knowing, all right? Where you truly understand now how you have to put yourself first in many instances, because a lot of you have not, and it's created difficult times, you know, especially in the love department, whether it's in relationships, family matters, things that have taken place. So, you know, positivity wants to return to your life in some form. And I think this is awesome. So, in spite of difficult times, there is success that's coming. And that new beginning, it's like a new adventure. It's on the horizon. It's coming your way. A lot of clarity is coming in this week. Some of you are going to receive, I want to say, a special offer. See, this could be tied into that motion and that change. You know, like a really big door just blast open for some of you, and you're like, really? I can do that? You're going to give me that job? You're going to give me that promotion? You're going to da. You know what I'm saying? It's amazing, and it increases stability for many of you. All right, so change is coming in. Can't even begin to say. You know, your vision, make sure your vision is not toward the past. Only the focus of cleaning up the past. That's it. No more dwelling on it, because you are in creation mode here now. It is time to create. You might not know everything that you're putting in, like putting in the pot, making the mix, whatever, and what you're concocting. But you're soon going to find out. I'm telling you, you're headed off in a direction where you're just going to, I think, really start, once July comes in, and you're going to be working on this, because it's coming in phases. And that's the part that some people don't understand. They say to me, Cecilia, you keep pushing it back. You keep pushing it back. No, it comes in phases. And this is a very important one that's coming up, because this one is taking you away from all those things that hurt you and all those difficult times that you had, and allowing you to really start, living your life again. That's what it boils down to. So many of you have felt like you haven't been living your life, or haven't had a life at all. And when you look at, the possibilities planet-wise, how that figures in. I know this is a weekly thing, but when things pop in my head, I got to talk about them. And on August the 2nd, we will have Mars in Scorpio, leave Scorpio. All right. That part will be done. All those things will be done. So all those things that you're working on, like it's retrograde now, it goes direct on the 29th. You see what I'm saying? And then you're going to work on the forward part. Where are you going? Where are you going? Getting all that taken care of. It's like once one thing happens, you've been waiting for something to happen. So you have July pretty much to go boom, 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 and get the job taken care of. So that when August 2nd rolls around and Mars goes back into Sagittarius again, you are ready to start. Okay? Then you're going to have Saturn retrograde go direct on August 13th. So you see how the months shape up. There's still so much planetary activity that's going to affect you over these months. And as you see it happening in phases, you're going to go, oh, now I know Cecilia said June, June, June. And then this is going to happen here, and that's going to happen there. And the phases are taking place. So you're entering another phase. But this next phase is going to be one that you're really going to enjoy. But it takes you to another one. And I know this is going to make everybody crazy, but I honestly think that sometime before this time next year, all right, before the solstice next year, you're in a place that maybe you only dreamt of, okay? Is that hard to even fathom? Yeah, that's the thing. And this is where it all begins, is this week. You can't really see it yet, okay? But you will. Just know that it's going to be a busy, busy time for you. Many changes over this coming year to get to that point next year. But I guarantee you that come next June, so many of you are going to go, wow, Cecilia, I never dreamt my life could be like this. And it truly is an amazing thing. So you're going to be entering this new phase where you're going to watch your life progress in a whole new direction that totally has nothing to do with all the crap from the past. All right? So, big week to look forward to here. I want to thank you all for listening, all right? And I'll see you here again next week. We have a lot to talk about.